Alright, so yeah, today we're going to discuss about this paper. I think this one is 2014 paper 2 for SBP paper, and yeah, this is the what I so-called the exact value table, and I will use this table later. Okay, this question this paper I think have quite a lot of questions. I think I will cover 80 to 90% of this paper because due to the time issue, there's not possible for me to cover all the question. So yes, yeah. So let's start about now. Okay, so the first one is this one basically is just a simultaneous equation question. So for this one, I think it's quite easy. Yeah, just let me scroll this one. Okay. Yep, how to... Oh, I guess scroll at the downstairs. So how do I scroll this one? It's fine. I think I give up about the scoring thing. Wait. Maybe I change to the new classroom setting. Just wait for a few seconds. It's still the same. Okay, not much different. It's fine. Because I will need more space to actually write the thing, so I just hope I can scroll the paper to be side a bit. Okay, anyway, I give up. Okay, so let's start about the first question. So basically the first question is a simultaneous equation. So when you do the simultaneous equation, when you see something like x and y, they multiple together, so what you can do is I will choose a second equation to become my first equation, and then I will do substitution. So first thing is I will say 3x plus 2y will equals to 6. So therefore maybe I make x as a subject, so x will equals to 6 minus 2y over 3. Then I call this one as the first equation. I call this one as the second equation. Then I will substitute my first equation into my second equation. So yeah, you can see I write something here. I cannot write something. Okay, never mind. So I will write something here. So 5y minus 4x. So for x, your x will be 6 minus 2y over 3 plus, equals to 5xy. Your x is 6 minus 2y over 3, and you multiply with y. Okay, so normally those questions have the fractions of 3. What I will do is I will multiply 3 for every single one. So that's mean I will multiply 3 for here, multiply 3 for here, multiply 3 for this one. So I will multiply 3 for every single one, and you will see when I have the fraction 3 and multiply 3, I can simplify it, and they become nothing here. Okay, this is how the multiplication works. So I will have 15y minus 24 plus 8y equals to 5y multiple 6 is 30y. 5y multiple negative 10y will be negative 10y squared. Alright, then I will solve this one. Yeah, I will move everything to the other side, so you can see what I will have over here is 10y squared. Okay, I have 15y, 23y minus 30y, so it will be negative 7y. So minus 24 equals to 0. Okay, this is what I have here. So yeah, I will just need to factorize this one. Yeah, I hope I can factorize this one. Yeah, there's so little space for me to write. Anyways, I will use 5y and 2y maybe. And in order to get 7, Let me see. It's 6 and 4, 4, 6, 30, 8 and 3. 8 will be 16, 3 will be 10, and 3 will be 15. 10 and 2, never mind, use calculator is faster. So I used calculator to solve this one. 10, -7, -24. It's decimal question. So 10, -7, -24. Am I do something wrong here? Because most of the time for simultaneous equation, yeah, you shouldn't get decimal. So yeah, maybe I got some character mistake. Let me double check. This is -24 plus 8y. This is 30. 5y, 30y minus 10y squared. Positive 23y minus 7y minus 24. It seems correct. Which part is wrong? Minus 3y divided 6 minus 2y over 3. The question says give decimal. Oh, alright. Since the question says give decimal means I'm correct. Okay, that's mean. Yeah, then you will need to give decimal. So in order to get decimal, so yeah, you have to use the formula with the decimal. Just let me zoom it bigger a bit. Okay, so in order to get decimal, you can use calculator, or you actually use the formula, which is x equals to -b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Yeah, you can use this formula. Just substitute your a as a 10, b as a -7, and c as a -24. Alright. Yeah, use quadratic formula. Yeah, you can use quadratic formula. Yeah, so what is that? 15x squared minus 53x plus 10. Why is that? Makes sense. 15. Yeah, the one is different because I work this one out in terms of y. Yours answer is in terms of x, so it will be slightly different. So if in terms of y, I mean this is y, sorry. In terms of y, you have two y value. The first y equals to 2 decimal place will be 1.94, and the second y value will be -1.24. -1.24. Then you substitute into the x equation, you can get the x value. So you need to substitute these two into the x equation. So I would say substitute y equals to 1.94 into 1. Yeah, then you do something like this lah. X equals to 6 minus 2, 1.94 over 3. Then you will get the correct answer. So 6 minus, oops. So I will do 6 minus 2 multiple 1.94 and then over 3. So stupid, this calculator. Let me press again. 1.94 divided by 3. So you will get 0.71. I hope my answer is correct. So the second one, you do the same. So there's so little space for me to write over this PDF. Okay, never mind. I will write somewhere. Fix to the size. How can I move the PDF? Any way I can move the PDF to sideways a bit? Yeah, I just think this virtual class is fine. So you will do the same thing for second value. So I will just erase this one because there's no way for me to write this one. So basically I will erase this one and I'll erase this one also. So now I substitute the values of -1.23 into 1. So yes, where's my first equation? Yeah, so x will equals to 6 minus 2, -1.23, and then divided by 3. So you will get the value is something like 6 minus negative 1.23. 6 minus negative 1.23 over 3. Divided by 3, you will get the value 2.41. Alright, this is how we solve simultaneous equation. It's very easy, and you can always use your calculator to check the value. Yeah, just leave your answer in 2 decimal place, then should be good. So I will skip about the first one, and I will move on to the next one. And yeah, what happens to these apps? Okay, so I move on to the second question. Yeah, waste too much time on the first question already. So the second one is basically you have the quadratic function, and the question say expressed in this form. So you actually understand this one is a completing the square from. Okay, so I will need to do the completing the square for this one. So yeah, I will do on the top here. So I have something like hx will equals to, I'll factorize out the negative 2, then I will get x squared minus 2x bracket minus m. Then the next thing I will do is basically is I will copy the first two terms, then the next one I will plus something square minus something square, and then close the bracket and minus m. So basically I just copy whatever I have in the first row there, but then the second row, the something here, it will be b divided by 2. My b over here will be negative 2, so negative 2 divided by 2, I will have negative 1. Negative 1. And then I will combine the first 3 terms. So I will combine the first 3 terms, it will become something square. Alright, so this is how I do it. So when I combine the first 3 terms, I will have negative 2, and then this one will become, I take the first one, which is x, and take the last one, which is both of this one also got square. Do you see that? So I call it x minus 1 square. Okay, this is how to combine the first 3 terms. And then the next one is minus 1, so we minus 1, then I close bracket, minus m. Alright, so then the last step is just time negative 2 into both. So I will have negative 2 x minus 1 square plus 2 minus m. Then I'm done. But then I just want to arrange into their pattern, because the question says yeah, can be expressed in this form. So, and then the question asks you to find m in terms of k. Alright, so I just rearrange to make it look alike. So basically, are they saying it's about the same question? I hope this question got no problem. Yeah, they have so many typo. You find out here actually you have a 2 outside, but here the 2 actually is missing. Yeah, then it should be correct. Then I rearrange this one, so you can see something as 2 minus m will, and oh no, I mean 2 minus, okay, I rearrange this one first. 2 minus m minus 2 x minus 1 square. And then I will do something like comparison. So the comparison, what I will do is I will let 2 minus m will equals to 7 minus 6k. And then I will solve it out, because the question was m in terms of k. So I will write 2 minus m will equals to 7 minus 6k. So yeah, so m in terms of k, I will move the m here and I throw everything to the other side. So 2 minus 7 will be negative 5, so I will have 6k minus 5. Then I'm done. Okay, so yes, then I find the values of k and m. So I will compare whatever inside the bracket, and then you can find out actually 2k over here is equals to 1. So if 2k is equals to 1, k equals to 1 over 2. Okay, this is how we do the comparing between two quadratic equations. So if k equals to 1 over 2, I can substitute into here. So 6 multiple 1 over 2, I will get 3 minus 5. So m will be negative 2. Then I'm done. Alright, this is how I get the value k and m very fast. So first you just do the complete square and then try to rearrange into their pattern. So you can see this one is a complete square pattern. So you try to rearrange into that pattern, then it will be, everything will be very easy for you. So hence, using the answers from 2b, so you want to use the answer in 2b, find the values of n is a straight line y equals to nx plus 10 is tangent to this curve. So I will substitute into the equation first. I have the value m, I will substitute into here. So basically you will see I will have something like this. Let me change the other color because I really run out of place to write my thing. So I will substitute into the original equation, substitute into this one. So basically I just change my m equals to -2. So I have hx equals to negative 2x plus 4m. Oh shit, I'm sorry, just give me some space because I have not enough space for me to write. So I will substitute the first equation here and I will let hx become the y, just make my life easier. So y will equals to -2x squared plus 4x minus m is -2, right? So minus -2 will be plus 2. Because the question asks you to find the find the values of n. So I know n is gradient. N is gradient. So if n is gradient, so what I will need to do is I will need to do the dy dx over here to find the gradient. So I will do dy dx. Is there any other way? Is tangent to the quadratic. Okay, so so I will substitute, I will differentiate, so I will get -4x plus 4. Okay, in order to find the values of n, I will need to know the tangent actually passing through which point. Is the question saying the passing through which point? By using your answer from 2b, find the values of n is a straight line, is a tangent to the curve. Oh, this I have to do b squared minus 4ac one. Oh my god. Yeah, so I have to do b squared minus 4ac. Is tangent b squared minus 4ac equals to 0, then I will get. Why this question so weird? So let's try by b, because tangent have two meaning. First is actually means the curve actually touch the straight line actually touch the curve at one point, we call tangent. Mean both of them will have the same gradient. The second meaning for tangent is actually mean b squared minus 4ac equals to 0. So yeah, I will try about the second one. So I will substitute the y into the y here, and because this one I do not have the x value. If I do not have the x value, that's not possible for me to find the values of n. So I will forget about the first method, and then I will do the second method, which is b squared minus 4ac. So I will substitute my y here. So you can find out my y basically is nx plus 10. nx plus 10. So yeah, I just make everything to this side. This is 2x squared. Negative become positive, move to the other side. So this is minus 4x. So I will simplify, call plus n minus 4. This is 4x. Then I have 10 minus 2, I have -8 equals to 0. Then I know my a equals to 2, b equals to n minus 4, c is -8. So this is my a, this is my b, this is my c. Then I will substitute into this formula. So this is n minus 4 squared minus 4ac, 4 to -8 equals to 0. Then I will move this thing. This one is -8 times -8 is 60, +64. So move to the other side. No, it's don't need. So I just write -64 here. And then I expand the bracket. So I have n squared minus 8n plus 16. And then I will solve this equation. So I have n squared minus 8n. So this one actually I will have -48 equals to 0. Then I factorize to find the values of n. So this is n, and this one maybe I use 12 and 4. Yeah, I use 12, I use 4. So this one should be -12, +4. If the question asks about positive or negative value, no, he want both. So basically n will equals to -4 and n will equals to 12. Okay, this is how we find the values of n. But just now I trying to use differentiation to do this one. But if you want to use the differentiation to solve the question like this, you have to make sure the question tell you the tangent will touch the curve at what coordinate. If you have the coordinate, you can substitute the x value in your dy dx and make both of them have the same gradient. But in this case, you do not have any coordinate and you do not have the x value. So I will do the b squared minus 4ac. Because when a straight line touch the curve at one point, there are two possibilities. Just remember, either dy dx or b squared minus 4ac equals to 0. Okay? I hope you are good. So I will move on. If you have any problem, you just let me know. Okay, so for this question, I want you to change something. Change the 216 pi into 231 pi. If not, our answer will get all decimal. And I check the marking scheme for this one. The marking scheme is wrong also. Yeah, so okay, so let's have a look on this question. So Rajila is a plastic ware entrepreneur. In the diagram 3 show actually 7 different sides of the plastic footwear. So okay, so now Rajila want to upgrade the plastic footwear set by patching the ribbon around the footwear. So basically they want to put the ribbon here. I just assume they want to put the ribbon here. So you have so many ribbon here. Basically you have 7 ribbon. So just assume they are just tied the footwear nicely. Okay, so and then the question says what? The diameter of each footwear increase 1 centimeter consecutively. So that means you keep on increase 1 centimeter 1 cm on the diameter. So that's why I say the question got problem is because I check the marking scheme, they just assume the r is +1. But in this case, it's not the radius plus 1 centimeter. You cannot r +1 because diameter, you know, diameter equals to 2r. So I will say 2r equals to 1. R should equals to 0.5. This is equal sign. So ugly. I just cannot accept my writing so ugly. So this is 2r equals to 1. So r will equals to 0.5. Okay, so I know means consecutively means actually it will continue plus 0.5 centimeter. So, and then the questions do give you something is she used a piece of ribbon that have the length for 231 pi and cutting to paste on the 7 piece of plastic footwear. So basically, no, this one basically, no, the r here is radius. The r here is not the ratio. It's not the same. Okay, this is not GP, this is AP question. So, okay, so because, yeah, you want to make a circle, we know the circumference of the circle, the formula is 2 pi r. So I assume the first one is first 2 pi r. So the second one is basically is 2 pi. My r is become r plus 0.5. On the second one. So my third one is basically plus 0.5 again. My r is r plus 1. Okay, so I will keep on plus 0.5. Yeah, this is AP question. AP means arithmetic progression questions. Yeah, it's a from 5 first chapter under the chapter progression. So what I will do is I will trying to multiple into that and I will see the question, see the pattern. So the first one is 2 pi r. The second one, if I multiple 2 pi into the both, so I will get 2 pi r plus this one 2 pi multiple 0.1, I will get pi. My next term is 2 pi multiple r is 2 pi r plus 2 pi. If you continue to do the next one, you will get 2 pi r plus 3 pi. So if I want to find the difference between each of the sequence here, there's so obvious that plus pi on every single one. That means from the second term to third term, actually there's plus pi also. From the third term to fourth term, there's plus pi also. Okay, so that means they keep on add 1 pi for the next one. So at least I have some information here. My first term is 2 pi r. My first term is 2 pi r, and my d will be pi. Because it keep on plus pi, so I assume my d is actually equal to pi. Then the question asks me to find what? Then the question say, find the length in terms of pi, the ribbons to paste on the smallest plastic footwear. So basically, the question asks you to find the values of a, which is 2 pi r, in terms of pi. Okay, so what I will do is, I have some information is total of the total length of the ribbon actually for the 7 plastic footwear is 231 pi. So I will say something like this: S7 will equals to 231 pi. Then I will use the formula for Sn in arithmetic progression. Sn equals to n over 2 and then 2a plus n minus 1 d. Alright, this is the Sn formula for arithmetic progression. So yeah, I will do something like this. Is 7 over 2 bracket 2a. My a is 2 pi r, isn't it? My a is 2 pi r. 2 multiple 2 pi r is basically 4 pi r. And my n in this case will be 7. 7 minus 1 is 6d. So plus 6, my d is actually pi, will equals to 231 pi. Alright, then the next thing I do is I try to expand 7 over 2 into the both. So 7 over 2 multiple 4. 7 over 2 multiple 4, I will have 14 pi r. 7 over 2 multiple 6, I will get 21 pi plus 21 pi equals to 231 pi. Then I will say 14 pi r equals to this one minus 21. I will get 210 pi. So my r is 210 divided by 14. So if 210 divided by 14, I will get 15. So my r, the value for r will be 15. But then this is not yet my answer, because the question one about the length for the first footwear means 2 pi r. So if I know r equals to 15, I substitute into my a. So therefore my a equals to 2 pi multiple 15. My answer will be 30 pi. This is the answer for my a, means the smallest one, because the question asks about the length of the ribbon on the smallest plastic footwear. So that means I know the smallest one will be 30 pi. Alright, if I got this one, so and I know my d is pi, so normally I will write out my sequence by myself. So the first one is 30 pi, so you keep on plus pi, it will be 31 pi, it will be 32 pi, it will be 33 pi. That means this is the sequence. Because after we know the values of a and d is 1 pi, actually we can form the new sequence by ourselves, or sometimes you can call it progression. Okay, so for Raya promotion, Rajila actually add extra number of footwear in each set. So if she fixed the 48 pi centimeter ribbon to paste on the largest footwear, how many footwear are in the promotion set? So what I will do is I want to know, since the largest will be 48, I want to know which term actually will equals to 48. So what I will do is I will say Tn will equals to 48 pi. And Tn for this chapter, I mean for arithmetic progression, Tn will equals to a plus n minus 1d. So therefore, my a is 30 pi plus n minus 1d, my d is pi, will equals to 48 pi. Okay, so I will solve this one. So my n minus 1 pi, I move the 30 pi to the other side, I will get 18 pi. This one actually is equal. Just very hard to write equal using the tablets. So my n minus 1 is basically equals to 18. My n equals to 19. That means the 19th term, the term 19, basically I will have 48 pi. So the question asks how many footwear are there in the promotion. That means the first one, the smallest one actually is 30 pi. The next one is 31 pi. So in order to go until the 48 pi, you will have 19 Tupperware. I mean plastic footwear. So n will equals to 19. Because 30 is the first one and the 19 is the last one. So you just from the first one plus until the last one, so n value equals to 19. Alright, so I'm going to move on. This kind of question is kind of confused, but you need to do a lot of practice to understand what the question trying to say. Yeah, especially if you never learned about MF before, you'll find so confused about this one. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. Okay, for this one, diagram 4 actually will show the straight line AP, and the circle with the center A will form the moving point Q. So moving point actually is same meaning with locus. Okay, so I assume this is locus Q. So the point B lies on AB. Okay, point B is lie on AP, such that AB and AP is 2, 7. So if AB is 2, AP is 7, so I know here will be 5. Okay, this is a simple way to solve the ratio. Then the next one I will do is, yeah, I want the equations of AP. So equation is, so in order to form equation, you know you always need two things to form the equation. First, you will need a gradient. Second, you will need one coordinate, or I call it one, you will need one coordinates. So first thing, I will find the gradient for AP. So I know I do not have the coordinate P, but I have the coordinate B. So I will find the gradient for AB first, because it's same, it will be same gradient with AP. They're on the same line. So equals to 4 minus 2 over 4 minus 6. So it will be 2 over negative 2. So the gradient is negative 1. So I have the gradient and I have the point. I can form the equation easily by using y minus y1, which is 4. I will use coordinate A. Okay, equals to gradient mx minus x1, which is 4. So y will equals to negative x plus 4 and plus 4 also. I move the negative 4 to the other side, I get plus 4. So y will equals to negative x. I mean negative x, not negative a. Negative x plus a. Okay, you can easily get 2 marks. This one they just test whether you can form the coordinate or not. The second one, they want you to find the coordinate of P, and this is ratio. So if this is ratio, you should know you have one formula for it. So the ratio thing is something like n x1, do not have the bracket, wait, so you have m first, mx1 plus nx2 over m plus n, and a comma, you have my1 plus ny2 over m plus n, we will equals to xy. Yeah, this is the formula for ratio. So yeah, you should understand about in order to use this formula, the xy over here is the point on the middle, which is 6 and 2. So I will do some substitution here. So the xy here will be 6 and 2. So I will do, this is 6 and 2. And my x1 is 4. My x2 will be x. Right, so my y1 will be 4. My y2 will be y. Alright, so I'm going to do some substitution, and m and n is just the ratio over here. M is 2, n will be 5. And then you know you have to cross over multiple. I hope you still understand how to do. So the 2 here have to multiply the further coordinate, and the n here have to multiply the further coordinate, because they always like cross over multiple one. So what I will do is I will use m multiple x first. So m multiple x plus n, which is 5. I have my value of m. I can straight away substitute in. So my m is 2. So 2 will multiple x plus 5 will multiple 4. So it's 20 over 7. 2 plus 5 will be 7. Comma. The second one is still the same. My m will multiple with y. So I will say my. My n will multiple with 4 here, which is 5 multiple 4 plus 20. over 7. Right, then this one will equals to 6 and 2. So what I would do here is, this is the x coordinate will equals to the x coordinate here. Alright, and yeah, and I know my values of m, why I never substitute in here. Yeah, my values of m will be 2. My values of m will be 2. So I substitute 2 here, and the 7 is missing. This is 7. Alright, so yeah, I will start to do like this. I need more space. I erase this one. Okay, so I will start to do something like this. So I will say 2x plus 20 over 7 will equals to 6 because of the coordinate 6 here. X will equals to x, y will equals to y. Y we do it later. So therefore 2x plus 20 equals to 42. So 2x will equals to 22. X will equals to 11. Then I do the same thing for y, because what we know is the y value will equals to the y value here, which is 2. So therefore 2y plus 20 over 7 will equals to 2. So 2y plus 20 will equals to 14. And then 2y will equals to negative, it equals to negative 6. Y will equals to negative 3. So therefore my coordinate P, since I have x and y ready, we will be 11 and negative 3. Okay, this is how to find the coordinate B. Just 2 marks to substitute the formula. Yeah, Billy Lee Sin have question want to ask me. Yeah, what happens to Billy? If you have no problem, I'm going to move on. Since I know the coordinate, normally I will label my coordinate in the diagram. Just easier for me to actually do it later. This is 11 and negative 3. Okay, so let me move on to the next one. So the question asks you to find the equation of locus Q. Okay, in order to find a locus Q, that means I will need to know the locus Q, which is this one. Okay, just let me move it. Okay, just is something like this. Okay, I have the locus Q here. Now I want to find what is this locus. So in order to find this locus, at least I will need to know something is this locus, they are always some distance with A, because A will be the center point of the locus, correct or not? This is A. So I will need to find this distance first. That means this is R. I will need to find the distance of R. Then I can say, then I can form the equation. Okay, so if let's say if R in this case is length of AB. If let's say A length of AB is equal to 5, then I will say AB equals to 5. Then I can easily form the equation of locus. So however, in this case, I do not have the distance. So I will need to find the distance. You can use the easiest way, which is you form the triangle by yourself. It's faster. Or you can use the distance formula. You can do both of the way. So first, I do this one first. Do you see a right triangle here? From 4 to 6, here will be 2 units. From 2 to 4, here will be 2 units. So if the Pythagoras, you have the triangle 2 and 2. We know 2 square plus 2 square is 8. So square root 8. Okay, so that means the length of AB will be square root 8. I just use Pythagoras to solve this one. Yes, if you want to use the distance formula, yeah, you can do that also, because it's the same thing. So in order to do the locus, find the equation of locus at the point Q. So I will say AB is equal to square root 8. Then I will basically do some substitution here. Equation of locus. They want the equation of locus. I have all, yeah. So if AB equals to square root 8, I know AQ should have the same distance, correct or not? Because okay, this one basically is Q lah. AQ, and this is AB. Okay, B is not there. is somewhere here. This is b. Okay, so if AB equals to square root a, so I know AQ will equal to square root a also. Then I form the equations of locus using AQ. Q is xy, a is 4, 4. Then I can use the distance formula. So distance for AQ will be a is 4, 4, q is xy. Alright. So I will use the q coordinate first. So I will say x minus 4 square plus y minus 4 square equals to square root a. Then I cancel out the square root and then I expand here. So this is x square minus 8x plus 16 plus y square minus 8y plus 16 equals to a, because I cancel out the square root. So x square plus y square minus 8x minus 8y. Okay, I have some number here. Where's the 16 go? Yeah, I missed out the 16 here. So 16 plus 16, it will be 32. 32 minus 8 will be plus 24 equals to 0. So this one will be my equation of locus at the point Q. Okay, so I hope this method actually you find it useful. Okay, whenever the question asks you to find locus, remember, locus is always mean all the time, just use the distance formula. Okay, I hope you remember about distance formula. Distance formula is just x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Alright. This is just all the time the locus just use the distance formula. But in this case it will be slightly complicated because you do not have the distance. So you will need to find the distance by yourself. I forgot about the root, the square root. No, the square root basically both sides also got square root, so I cancel out the square root. Okay, so yeah, so I will move on to question number 5. Okay, this one, the question asked me to basically sketch this one. So I will try to like sketch, because yeah, I using the stylus, is very hard for me to draw. So I will try to sketch as nice as possible. So but before I sketch, I will try to understand this one first. The amplitude will be 3. That means I randomly have some idea. My maximum will be 3 and my minimum will be -3, because a is equal to 3. And my period is 3 over 2. 3 over 2, that means 1.5. That means in 2 pi itself, I will have 1.5. 1.5 means 1.5, right? So I will have 1.5 cycle. Okay, within 2 pi. So yes, so what I will do over here is I will have something like this. Just let me draw it. I give you some idea. One cycle. This is 1 cycle for cos. Then I add another half. This is 1.5. And then here we end at 2 pi. And here is 0. So you want to know what is 1 cycle. It basically it will be 240 degree. 240 degree. Or you can do something like this. You just let 3 over 2x equals to 2 pi. Then you can easily know what is your 1 cycle. 1 cycle equals to 4 pi over 3. So that means over here, this here will be 4 pi over 3. Okay, but the difficult part about this question is how you label it, because you have to label your x-axis in terms of radian. So I will teach you some methods on how to label this one. Then we will draw a nice one. So first I will see how many intersection before I go into 2 pi. So I call this one 1, 2, because this one will lead to the minimum point, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I have 6 here, I just use my 2 pi divided by 6 from the beginning until the end. So I will try to draw something here. I will show you how do I do this one. So I will do something like this. The first one is basically 2 pi over 6, because I divide by 6. it will be 2 pi divided by 6, right? 2 pi divided by 6. I will start from, yep, 3 pi over 6, 2 over 6, 3 over 6, 4 over 6, 5 over 6, 6 over 6. No, should start from pi over 6 first. Isn't it? 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi, 0 to pi over 6. 1, wait, let me calculate. Yeah, divide by 6, right? Yeah, pi over 3. Yeah, try over 2. Yeah, it should be correct. So the next one, because I will need to divide this one into the pi, because I will need to write into the pi. So yeah, what I will do is, yeah, I will do 2, 4, 6. 2 pi divided by 6. Okay, it's easier. 2 pi over 6 basically is same idea with pi over 3. Pi over 3. Not enough space for me to write. This is so unacceptable. Okay, this one basically is pi over 3. So because this is pi over 3, the next one will be 2 pi over 3. Then you will have 3 pi over 3, which is pi. Then this one will be 4 pi over 3. The next one, this one will be 5 pi over 3. The last one will be 6 pi over 3, which is the 2 pi. Then you will need to sketch your graph like this. This one will be 3. This one will be negative 3. Then yeah, I can plot the coordinate like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means this is 1 cycle, and 6, 7. This is 1.5 cycle. So I have 1 cycle will look like this. 1 cycle. Wait, a cycle doesn't look nice. So it will be 1 cycle and another half cycle. So this is what we call 1.5 cycle, and within 2 pi. Okay, so yes, if you have anything, yeah, if you have any question, you can ask me about this one. Yeah, this is how we sketch about this one. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Next one is using the same essay, sketch a suitable graph to find the number of solution. So I will need to do a suitable graph for this one. So, but before I do the suitable graph, I know graph must always start with y. So I need to substitute my y into here. So you can find out y equals to 3 cos 3 over 2x. But the problem is you can't find 3 cos 3 over 2x in the whole equation here. So what I will do is, I will multiply 3 by myself. So I will say I multiply 3 here, I multiply 3 here, and I multiply 3 here. So what will happen if I multiply like that? So I will have 3x over 3 pi, which is I multiply 3. And this is 3 cos 3 over 2x, right? If 3 cos 3 over 2x equals to y, so I will say plus y equals to, this one 3 and 3 I simplify, equals to 2. So therefore y will equals to negative 3x over 3 pi plus 2. Right, this is my equation. So if I have this equation, I will need to sketch inside this the same diagram. I mean the same sketch. So I will need 2 coordinates. First, x is power of 1. I know this one is a straight line. If this one is a straight line, I can easily find 2 values by myself. Then I will substitute in the table. I have x and y. So I just try to assume my x is 0, my y basically is positive 2. Alright, then I will try to assume when my x is 2 pi, yeah, when my x is 2 pi, you just assume y will equals to negative 3 multiple 2 pi is 6 pi over 3 pi plus 2. Negative 6 pi over 2 pi is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 2 will equal to 0. So that means when x equals to 2 pi, my y actually equals to 0. So if I have this, so I plot the things onto the diagram. So yeah, maybe I use green color. Okay, so when x is 0, y is 2. So I assume 2 is somewhere here. This one is 2. And x is 2 pi, y is 0. 2 pi, you will stop at 0. It's somewhere here. Then I will draw the straight line. from the value of 2 to 0. So this one will be my straight line. And the question asks me to find the number of solution. Number of solution means how many intersection point. So I have 1 intersection point, 2 intersection point, 3 intersection point. So therefore number of solution will be 3. Or you can write a 3 there. Okay, or you can write number of solution equals to 3. Of course you have to write the full form in the real exam. Alright, I hope you understand what I'm saying here, because I'm going to move on to number 6. Okay, number 6 will be statistic. So technique 1 to analyze the data of an MF marked for 5 Bhaktis in mid-year 2014 examination. So you will have table 6 show the distributions of the mark. So this is a table. And I see someone raise hand. Yeah. Any problem for Hao Tan? Can I skip this? I think you better do this. Yes. Okay, so the means of the mark of the student. So means will be quite easy. Because we know means formulas is basically mean is sum of fx over sum of f. But the problem is in the whole diagram over here, you know you have the frequency, which is number of students, but you do not have the values of x. We know value of x mean midpoint, or some textbook they call it mid-interval. So I will need to find my values of x by myself, which is midpoint. Then I can multiple fx. So midpoint is very easy. You just take this value, I mean lower limit plus upper limit divide by 2. So it's just something like 11 plus 20 over 2. Then you can get the midpoint. So you just use the calculator, and then calculator will tell you it's 15.5. Isn't it? Divide by 2. Yeah, this one is 15.5. This is 15.5. Oh my god, my point is so ugly. 15.5. So the next one will be 21, yeah, 25.5. What happened to this pen? Oh my god. .5, and then next one is 35.5, and then with 45.5, and then with 55.5. Okay, this is the midpoint. Okay, so after I have all the midpoint already, so what I will do is I substitute in the formula, because I know mean basically will equals to frequency multiple with midpoint, and then divide by total frequency. Of course I have to find what is total frequency. Total frequency is just all plus together, so I have 12, 20, 32. Alright, total frequency is 32. So my mean will be 2 multiple 15.5 plus 5 multiples 25.5 plus 12 multiple 35.5. You'll continue to do until the end divided by 32. Then you should be able to get the correct answer. But I'm not going to never mind, I just write out because it's so messy. I hope you all can see the word. So 12, the next one will be 6 multiple 45.5, and then I plus 7 multiple 55.5. If you can see my writing in the classroom, it will be very nice. It's like 100% nicer than this one. Yeah, I just can't used to it using the Wacom tablet to write on it. So okay, anyways, yeah, I just solved this one. 25.5 plus 12 multiple 35.5 plus 6 multiple 45.5 is plus 7 multiple 55.5, and then I have 1, 2, 4, 6. So it's just 1, 2, 4, 6 over 32. So your final answer should be 38.94. Alright, yeah, some students already got the answer. Good job. So and the next one is variance. Yeah, variance, you will have much more thing you need to do. 38.94. If you do the variance over here, it will be very unhappy because I have to write so many things here. Okay, so I will try to demo how to do the variance also. Okay, because the variance formula is sum of fx squared over sum of f minus mean square. Alright, or you can say sum of fx, because mean basically is sum of fx over sum of f square. Alright, we have the mean already, so I don't need to work out the mean. But I will need to have the sum of fx square. That means I will need to do this one over here, which is fx square. That means multiple x 2 times, multiple the frequency 1 time. So yeah, it's something like 15.5 squared, and then you multiple 2. Okay, then you have, number is very big, this is 480.5. Okay, dot 5. Then the next one is same thing, 22.5, you square it and then you multiple 5. And the next one is something like 3251. 3251.25. And the next one is 35.5 square, you multiple with 12, so it will be 1515123. So 45.5 square, and then you multiple with 6, so you have, number is very big, it's 12421.5. And the next one will be 55.5, you multiple square, you multiple 7, so you have something like so big, 21561.75. Then you have to sum all of it, because sum of fx squared, right? So you have to plus everything. Yeah, I see someone actually. Okay, I hope Natalie is correct. So it will be 52838. Yes, skip my a lot of step. Thanks for that. Yeah, you all just double check, see whether the final answer, I mean sum of fx squared, is it this one? So if this one is confirmed correct, then I just substitute in the formula to find the variance. So it will be sum of fx squared 52838 divided by sum of fx, which is 32, minus mean square 38.94 square. Alright, so yeah, then I can get the correct answer. 52838 divided by 32, okay, minus 38.94 square. Then I will get 134 point. My variance is 134.86. Yeah, you just double check, see whether it's correct or not, but should be okay. So the next one is the mark obtained by the 75%. The mark obtained by the 75% of the student in the class. Ask you to calculate the mark. So 75% of students actually getting that mark. So yes, this is something I don't like, but yeah, I will do. So 75%, basically they ask you to find something like median, but in this time there is upper quartile. Okay, anything Elvin you want to ask? I see you raise hand. So yeah, you have the formula, and yeah, I hope I still remember the formula. Okay, the formula will be lower boundary plus the Q3, because it's third quarter, because 75% will be third quarter. It should be plus 4/3 multiple with n, and minus the cumulative frequency before the third quarter, divided by frequency of the third quarter, I mean the upper quarter one, multiple with the class size C. Yes, this is the, yeah, this is how to find the value of Q3. I think you have to, yeah, it's 304. Yeah, not 4/3, it's 304. Why I write 4/3 is stupid. Yeah, it's 3 over 4. Yes, so first I want to find where's my Q3 first. Means which one is my third quartile. So my third quartile, so in order to find Q3, it's very simple. I just use the 32, which is total frequency, multiple 3 over 4. So simplify, this is 8, so equals to 24. So I want to find 24, where is 24? So 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 12 is 19, 19 plus 6 is 25, so 24 located over here. So this class is Q3. So if this class is Q3, everything is very easy. First thing is I want to take the lower boundary of the Q3 class. Lower boundary will be 40.5. Okay, plus 3 over 4 multiple n, we just did it, which is 24. You just use 3 over 4 multiple 22, you get 24. And minus cumulative frequency before this class. This class is over here, right? So cumulative frequency before here is this one. Before this class, we call capital F. So it will be 19, so minus 19. Divided by frequency of Q3. Frequency of Q3, this is small f, which is 6. Divided by 6. Multiple with class size. My class size is from 41 to 50, the class size will be 10. Okay, in order to find the class size, you always need to use the upper boundary minus the lower boundary, which is 50.5 minus 40.5. So the class size will be 10. Alright. Then you just use the calculator. You should be able to get the correct answer easily. So 40.5 plus 24 minus 19 is 5 over 6. And then multiple with 10. So you will get the answer, which is yeah, I think your median will be 48.83. Yep. So when you get the answer, you have one more step which is very important. You want to check 48.83, is it fall within this class or not? Because this class is from 41 to 50, so obviously 48.83 is inside here. If inside here means this is correct. If you do until the end, your answer is 52 point something, you know your answer is wrong because 52 is not falling into this class. This is how I always check my answer. Alright, I'm going to move on to next one, which is number 7.